On Times Television TTV, and with me Ronald Mpaso. First the headlines. Government has postponed the ceremony to signify the appointment of Attorney General Thabo Chakaka Nyirenda as senior counsel. Some UTM members in the southern region say they recognize Michael Usi as the legitimate leader of the party. And President Lazarus Chakwera has applauded the Church of Central Africa Presbyterian (CCAP) for providing checks and balances to the government. We have these and other stories. Stay with us. In our first story, the Ministry of Justice spokesperson Frank Namangale has confirmed that government has postponed the ceremony to signify the appointment of Attorney General Thabo Chakaka Nyirenda as a senior counsel. The Ministry's Secretary and Solicitor General Alison Mbangombe announced the appointment of Nyirenda as senior counsel through a letter dated August 23, 2024, and the ceremony was expected to take place tomorrow. However, Malawi Law Society, through its chairperson Patrick Mpaka, questioned Nyirenda's eligibility and wanted the ministry to further disclose the number of other lawyers conferred the same honor. Namangale says the move has been taken to allow the Malawi Law Society to meet and discuss the matter. Some UTM members in the southern region have said they recognize Michael Usi as the legitimate leader of the party following the death of its leader Saulos Chilima. The party's regional governor for the South, Steve Mikaya, made the remarks in Blantyre when he engaged some party members. However, during the meeting, some members were overheard disagreeing with Mikaya's stance. Mikaya explains.
To be honest, I think there's been a gap between our Vice President. I mean, that's a fact. But we won't know why that was happening. But for
institution, Patience Lunda has a report.
Mzuzu Technical College Principal Julius Piri disclosed this during a visit by the Public Accounts Committee, Park of Parliament, to the college and the Solar Energy and Ecology Institute in Nkhani district. Ideally, the school received 10 million kwacha monthly for operations. In an interview, Piri said the decision has been arrived at because they have exhausted all means of acquiring supplies such as food. Piri also disclosed the college temporarily will help protect the college's property because recently some students had been demonstrating, demanding provision of better services which will not be provided if there will be no intervention from the government.
Actually, the proposal is like that because as of now we don't have even supply to supply food, which means now many foodstuffs, which means now if the students will come here, where are they going to get the food?
Park chairperson Mark Bodomani assured that the committee would bring the issue to the attention of the Secretary to the Treasury in the upcoming meeting. Bodomani added that technical colleges play a crucial role in the development of the country, which is why they need to be supported.
We'll be meeting the Secretary to the Treasury. As a matter of fact, we already have some issues with him. I have personally talked to him. We're only trying to arrange time that we can meet, and this is one of the critical issues that I'll be bringing before him because we have seen the importance of funding this institution.
On his part, Technical, Entrepreneurial, Vocational and Education Training Authority, TVETA Board Chairperson Pioka Tembo, urged technical colleges to explore alternative revenue generation methods through the services they offer.
They have the capacity to generate funds, so I believe it's high time that the technical colleges, they must have a commercial side where they do like servicing motor vehicles to all customers and generating funds and supporting their ORTs.
Mzuzu Technical College has an enrollment of 320 students and it started operating in 1955.
President Lazarus Chakwera has applauded the CCAP Church for its efforts in providing checks and balances to the government. Chakwera was speaking during the synod's the CCAP's centenary celebrations, which took place at Sivo Stadium in Lilongwe. Mese Matonga reports.
Speaking during the celebrations, Chakwera said the church has worked hard to uplift the lives of people through its contribution to infrastructure development in the country.
As you renew your commitment, like I have heard, with regard to the future, let me maybe conclude by stating, as a former professor of missions, that the gospel did not come to Africa to die in Africa, even though missionaries who came, some of them are buried here, and I saw their graves in Cape Maclear. The gospel must now emanate from Africa to the rest of the world, because today missions is from every nation to every nation.
On his part, CCP General Assembly Moderator Reverend Biswick Nkoma said that the church will continue to serve people with unity and dedication.
Without unity, we are divided. And when the house is divided, for sure, it will not stand. It will fail. If the church is divided, talk not about prosperity. Talk not about fulfillment of Great Commission. When the nation is divided, talk not about building for development. It is only when people come together, when people bring together their resources, the God-given resources, that we can go forward. But apart from that, we can't. That's why our forefathers in 1924, regardless of their tradition and background, coming from Scotland and coming from South Africa, they united. They were united and they talk about unity.
The CCB traces its origins from the work of missionaries from the United Free Church of Scotland, the establishment of the Scotland and the Western Cape Synod of the Dutch Reformed Church in South Africa. It was established in the country on September 17, 1924 at Kondowe in Irumpi district. The celebrations were being held under the theme, "The Lord has done great things for us."
Archbishop Thomas Msusa of the Archdiocese of Blantyre has urged Christians to participate in the upcoming elections by contesting for various positions. Archbishop Msusa says the country is not doing well because those in power do not fear God. The Archbishop made the call at Limbi Cathedral in Blantyre during the ordination of 4 deacons into priests. Deborah Madea has filed this report, which is being read by Richard Chirombo.
Speaking at the ceremony, Archbishop Msusa stated that Malawians are enjoying democracy because of the church, even though the fight against democracy is being undermined by corruption. He emphasized that democracy involves coexistence and the accommodation of different views, lamenting that this is not the case at the moment.
We should respect the different views. We should not cause violence. No, we don't need violence in democracy. We need free speeches. We need no free campaigning. But we should not fight, we should not kill, we should not undermine the other people, but we have to respect one another. That's democracy. We have to respect the different views, and at the same time, let us be tolerant to one another.
One of the deacons that were ordained on the day, Davison Muyaya, expressed happiness and promised to serve the Lord wholeheartedly.
Being ordained today, this is when we are saying that we are very happy.
What should the church expect?
We are promised in the church that we are going to serve the church as God wants us to serve Him. We cannot say that we are going to be doing our own things. We have been ordained the priest today to do what the church wants us to do.
Apart from Muyaya, deacons Crescencio Njerenga, Lawrence Ganiseje and Lucius Impita were also ordained on the day.
Bishop Benjamin Chalemera of the Evangelical Missionary Church has urged Malawians to prioritize love, peace, and unity over divisive politics. Speaking during a church service in Chigumula, Blantyre today, Bishop Chalemera said political differences should not undermine the harmony that Malawians have enjoyed for decades. Renin Pasa has a report which is being read by Sam Banda Jr.
Bishop Chalemera said political affiliation should never come before national unity and encourage people to engage in dialogue rather than conflict. He said political leaders have a responsibility to promote peace during their campaigns as the country gears up for the 2025 general elections.
As we are approaching for elections next year, we need to love one another. This is a one country. Malawi is our country. No matter you are from DPP, Malawi Congress Party, and other parties, but we are Malawians. Well, let's love one another. When we have our political rallies, let's love one another. Our words must encourage and motivate others for the goodness of our country. When we are saying that friendship, Jesus is our great friend. As you know, he died because of us. We are living in the last days that people, they don't want to associate with others. But this is the right moment so that we can connect with others for the goodness of the Lord.
The ceremony also witnessed a significant milestone for the church as 26 women were inaugurated into the Women's Guild. One of the newly inaugurated guild members, Frola Nangoma, expressed her gratitude and pledge to contribute to the church's mission of spiritual and social transformation.
I'm very excited, more than the way I was. Because at this time is when I'll tell the nation that I'm a truly born again lady. At first I was just praying, I should be casual. But now I'm praying from deep down my heart that this is pure flora and fauna. Because this is the time when I've decided to take God as my Lord and Savior, and I will tell my neighbors the work of God.
By it, Flora Nangoma. The service took place at the church's premises in Chigumula, Blantyre.
You're watching the news on Times Television, TTV. We'll now take a break. We'll be back shortly.
And then suddenly felt the burn. Don't let heartburn or indigestion ruin your meal. Try Tummy Sid. It gets to work fast to stop acids. Tummy Sid. Fast, soothing relief from heartburn.
Welcome back. The use of breathalyzers by traffic police officers has been cited as one of the factors that are contributing to the death of Blantyre City's night economy. This came to the fore at a meet and greet event which Blantyre City Mayor Councillor Joseph Makwinja organized for individuals, companies and development partners on Friday. Richard Chirombo has the details.
Stakeholders had an engagement with Makwinja during a meet and greet event held at Amaryllis Hotel in Blantyre. One of the things that came out clearly at the event were challenges that business persons are facing in the city. According to Makwinja, one of the challenges pertains to the enforcement of road traffic laws in the city.
We wanted security in town. We have talked to the Commissioner of Police of Blantyre, but actually it's legalized. They should start maybe 1 o'clock or outside Blantyre. Because most of the business, especially night clubs, bottle stores, people are almost closing business because of legalizing. The Commissioner of Police was here, engaged him, talked to him. I'm sure things will change.
One of the participants and many sponsors at the event, Wickens Mijiga, who is the chairperson of HS Winehouse, concurred with the mayor.
We need to keep people safe, and that's we all accept. But the way it's done, it is excessive. Breathalyzers everywhere in the world, but here, you like in the West, like in the UK, they see, they assess. If you are driving funny and you're not looking normal, then they will stop you. But here they stop everybody, even if you have taken 2 pints. Now, I'll tell you what is the problem. The problem is, when you become too militant in implementing things like the breathalyzers, not that they are wrong, but when you become too militant and unreasonable, you kill the night economy. Now, the night economy is what pays taxes to the treasury. The night economy is what employs people. I've got my place where HS Winehouse. We employ not less than 15 people. And that is replicated all over town. We create employment. The brand that I've created, Capsize, it's also employing people. Now, when you kill the night economy, you're killing tourism.
On his part, Commissioner for Southwest Police, Noel Kaira, said there was a need for more consultations on the issue.
The issue of breathalyzers is a thing that has been raised, and I have to be honest, it's not the first time it has been raised. It has been raised on several forums on several occasions. So it's a thing that, as Commissioner, it's a thing that it's not only police that is responsible, it's a multi-sector issue. So it's a thing that we will have to sit down. I will have to report to my Inspector General, the Minister, and all the stakeholders, including our police authority. And then we'll have to sit down and find a way how that can be synchronized to make sure that people who want to overextend their nightlife, people who want to imbibe and reasonably, that's the first thing, reasonably, they should be able to do that. But the thing is, we'll have to do more consultation jointly with all the stakeholders.
Blantyre is one of the oldest cities in this part of Africa, as it is older than Johannesburg in South Africa, Lusaka in Zambia, and Harare in Zimbabwe.
Board chairperson for the concerned youth organization, Robert Mponera, has urged people not to remain silent but to report to police all cases of gender-based violence. Mponera made the remarks in Machinjiri, Blantyre during an awareness meeting on the fight against gender-based violence. Thomas Kachere was there and he now reports.
Mponera says every person must be on the lookout and report any form of violence to the relevant authorities.
For people to see how violence, gender violence, impacts the very core of development, both at the individual level, at the family level, at community level, even at national level. When there's violence and the violence is not being curbed, you'll find that there will not be development. People's attention is drawn to the violence which is being done against them. So as a result, their energy is being wasted. Instead of focusing on development issues, they are not focusing on that. So curbing gender violence is very important for development of the country as well as of the area like Machinjiri.
Chief Executive Officer for Blantyre City Council, who was the guest of honor at the event, Dennis Chinseu, says the coming in of concerned youth organization with the initiative is a plus on the part of governing the city. The event attracted thousands of people and was spiced up by performance by Jetu.
570 households from Mbaluku in Mangochi district affected by the rising levels of Lake Malawi have received food and non-food items worth 45 million kwacha from Gift of the Givers. Senior Program Officer for Gift of the Givers, Hawa Chindamba, said the exercise was targeting affected communities that are struggling to cope with the devastating effects of the floods. Royan Impasa has a report, which is being read by Sam Banda Jr.
Chindamba reaffirmed the Foundation's commitment to providing immediate aid while exploring sustainable solutions that strengthen community resilience against future disasters.
Ever since the rising of flood in Lake Malawi, Gift of the Givers has been on the ground distributing food and non-food items to the flood-affected families in Mangochi, Salima, Nkodakota and Kadabe, to the families who are residing in Lakeshore communities. All the food and non-food items cost 45 million. We are distributing flour, 10 kg, rice 10 kg, 4 tablets of soap, clothes and black cloth sheet papers, and also other non-food items. We discussed with the CEO municipality and also Dodma for recovery plan. They have already started doing orientation and also awareness to those people who are residing near Lakeshore to vacate to other areas. So Gift of the Givers also joined to do the awareness campaign to the families.
Commissioner for the Department of Disaster Management Affairs, Dodma, Charles Kalemba, has emphasized the importance of effective coordination in implementing disaster risk management programs.
We have been having lots of rains in the northern part of Malawi and in Tanzania and also in Mozambique. And that resulted in the lake swelling up, and therefore many of the people who were staying close to the lake shore were affected and they were displaced. So we had a number of camps in the Mangochi town, but also in Mangochi district along the lake shore. And these people have been displaced for up to now. And we've been working with partners to make sure that they are looked after.
The relief package included essential food items such as 10 kg. The relief package included essential food items such as rice, maize, flour, and hygiene kits.
Sfao Mobility Malawi has officially launched the all-new Volkswagen Amarok, marking a significant addition to its lineup of premium vehicles. The grand unveiling ceremony took place at the company's showroom in Mandala, Blantyre, attracting automotive enthusiasts and industry professionals. Speaking during the event, Sfao Mobility Managing Director Carl Varga said the new Amarok would offer even more value to its customers. Varga explains.
This vehicle is assembled in South Africa. This particular one, we're going to be bringing in several different models right the way through. There's a sort of a basic model or a medium model, and then there's the Aventura, and then there's the Panamericana as well. What we have on show tonight is the Aventura, and then outside we have the standard model as well. This vehicle is made exactly for Malawians. It's a very, very good vehicle on the outside and the luxury level, but it's also very capable off-road. It's got a fantastic clearance and four-wheel drive system, so it's more than capable of driving around town with all the luxury. It's got a fantastic audio system, etc. Most driving is probably done on the tarred roads, but then it's also excellent if you need to for going out into the more bush type of area, as we would say. So it's perfect for the Malawi market.
And that's the news for now, but before we go, the headlines again. Government has postponed the ceremony to signify the appointment of Attorney General Thabo Chakaka Nyirenda as senior counsel. Some UTM members in the southern region say they recognize Michael Usi as the legitimate leader of the party. And President Lazarus Chakwera has applauded the CCAP Church for providing checks and balances to the government. You can get more on these and other stories by visiting www.times.mw, liking and following our Facebook page, Times 360 Malawi, X at Times 360 Malawi, and by subscribing to 1895 through dialing star 1895 hash. You've been with me, Ronald Mpaso. Let me wish you all the best as you continue watching various programs right here on the #1 television station in the country, Times Television TTV. Good night.